My name is Dave Reardon. I'm the clinical director at the Dana Farber Cancer Institute in Boston Center for Neuro-oncology. So I focus, and our team focuses on brain cancer. Brain cancer comes in many different forms. It is one of the more challenging and more difficult to treat of all cancers in modern oncology. And one, interestingly, that immunotherapy so far has had little impact on. One of the few cancers immunotherapy hasn't been able to have an impact on yet. We're working on that and hopefully going to address that and overcome that. The cancers we deal with are both primary cancers that arise in the brain, de novo, start there, as well as cancers that start elsewhere in the body and then metastasize or spread to the brain. Our center runs many clinical trials. Because this is such an unmet need in medical oncology, our research and our clinical trial portfolio spans a wide spectrum of different types of therapies. The connection I have with Miltenyi comes from my interest in evaluating a variety of different therapeutic approaches for our patients. The potential of being able to generate and manufacture a product that is very efficient at attacking an individual patient's cancer is very exciting, but it's not easy, and there are many challenges, I think, associated with this. Each product for each patient is going to have unique features associated with it. Can be applied on a patient-by-patient basis is a challenge, very labor-intensive and very high-tech dependent as well. And fortunately, systems like those that are developed here at Miltenyi are allowing us for the first time to be able to really tap into that individualized and personalized approach that we need in order to hopefully achieve the potential of these therapies for our patients. And then the critical factor, I think, is time. You know, our patients are in a race. If you think of cancer in the analogy of a sprint, of a track race, here the cancers have a 50 or 100-yard head start. They're already up ahead of us, so we have to make up that and be able to get therapies going to patients as quickly as possible and overcome the head start that they have, and then ultimately win the race. To be able to make things faster, make them more efficient, make them more powerful, make them more robust is critical. And I know wait times and incubation times and culturing times, other things that are built into the system, I know over the few years I've been working with have already been dramatically shortened and coming down. And I think that type of an investment in being able to develop that capability of making the system even more efficient and being able to not sacrifice or compromise the quality or the strength of the product, but just being able to get it there faster is a critical component to it. And I know there's a very large investment here in the technology to be able to help continue to do that. Another important part to be able to get things out to people faster is automation. Product in a very efficient and automated process to minimize some of the variables and things that could have a potential impact. I think that also is a critical piece of the technology and the approaches. Well, I think the future for cell and gene therapies is incredibly exciting. I think we have begun to scratch the surface, and that's really about it. There's so much potential here for optimization of developing these products, being able to offer them on an individualized and personalized basis for our patients, being able to avoid what we've had to subject our patients to historically for years and decades, toxicities of current therapies, chemotherapies, radiation therapies, all of these things that have both terrible short-term and long-term toxicities. If we have the potential tapping into our body's natural defenses, the immune system, we'd likely be able to avoid much of that and make the path forward much better for patients in terms of their longevity as well as their quality of life, which is critical. So I think it's very exciting. And the other aspect of this is being able to figure out how to use these therapies in rational and effective combinatorial regimens, where we can put a cell therapy product together with immune checkpoint therapies, for example, which have transformed how we treat many cancers, but still only beginning to have an impact in many of these cancers still. So I think the potential going forward of combinatorial therapies is where we'll really see major impact and hopefully cures for patients in the future.